Uh, all right, y'all. So today we have things that will be able to help you function if you have like arthritis, if you have like not able to walk or move on your own. We have the exoskeleton, and I'm like, I know these things up close and personal. I've tried them, and it does make a difference. It does make a difference, especially if you're not able to use your limbs. You can put your arms in these machines, and they can move for you and things like that. It's very cool. It's very nice, and being able to know firsthand of what these machines are capable of, it definitely a lot of hope for the future. So I'm definitely happy, and I'm definitely excited for what technologies they're coming out with next. It's a whole lot, and I'm excited. But without further ado, let's get it started. Start off with this
You're
one.
involved with exoskeletons, correct?
I just ran a sub 8-minute mile for the first time in my life in an exoskeleton. If I'm able to just like put on an exoskeleton and run a 7-minute mile, imagine what that could do on a Navy SEAL. That is where the Navy SEAL is going to be in just a few years. I think it's gonna be hard for robots to compete with that guy.
How does the exoskeleton work?
So different exoskeletons work in different ways. This particular one basically is sensing your motion based on your actual motion, and then it tries to predict what you're doing, and then it applies force that matches. Then the crazy thing is eventually, someday, you'll be able to read those signals right from the brain directly. Imagine a world where you're wearing an exoskeleton where the moment your brain is telling your arm to move, the exoskeleton starts moving your arm. You could potentially make someone who's literally 10 times faster at moving or reacting. That's gonna be the Navy SEAL of the future.
Holy shit. You're involved with exoskeletons, correct?
The Hypershell Pro X is more than innovation. It's human performance, redefined, powered by robotics, built for endurance, and engineered to push your limits.
Just able to see the tech and all these wonderful things that are going on right now. It's a beautiful thing, you know, being able to have something to where you're like, you know, you're capable of doing so much, you know, with so little effort, and being able to walk or move, you know, your legs and limbs that you haven't been able to use in a long time. Exoskeleton brings a lot of, you know, good things, and to where even if you're having like joint issues, you still move your hands, you can bend your joints with the exo, and you'll be able to do it in a way where it's not hurting you, but you actually feel like, wow, I wasn't able to, you know, close my fists, or I wasn't able to, you know, move my hands in those type of ways anymore after something probably happened. You know, you weren't able to close or you know, move your joints in those type of ways where, you know, it's actually moving and helping you move your joints and things like that. And I tell you, I went into this machine one time, and you can see it on my page. You can see how much joy that I have from working with these machines and things like that. It you know, helps bring life back to your limbs that you have lost. And you know, sometimes you would think that um, just having a little bit of help like this is just coming a long way. But just continue to believe and have faith, and just know that whatever happens, God is in control, you know. But it is nice to have these things for when, you know, you're not able to clench your fists or not able to walk, and they're teaching you how to walk again. You're able to use these exos and, you know, these exoskeletons and things like that, so you'll be able to walk and be able to do things that you weren't able to do for a very long time. It's a blessing.
The Hypershell X Ultra is apparently the world's best outdoor exoskeleton. So, this is what I look like after 5 minutes of trying to carry 30 kilograms of extra weight without an exoskeleton. How long's it been?
30 seconds.
Thoroughly overestimated my own fitness levels. Why did I say 5 minutes?
Halfway there.
Halfway! Do you know what? I'm done. All right, well, I didn't make it to 5 minutes. And my heart rate hit 163. Right, let's try with the Hypershell. So this is made for outdoor adventurers, sport, or really anyone who likes to walk. And it will apparently let me go further, faster, with less fatigue. Whoa. It's like my legs are moving on their own. Okay, this is different. It's not done a lot to relieve the pressure on my arms, but my legs, absolutely chilling. So let's see if that means I can go for longer or with less stress. It's actually learning how I can walk so it can predict the next step. Very interesting. So heart rate is 152. But the most important thing is I actually finished.
So that's pretty cool. It can know what you're doing and then predict what to do next, so you don't have to have that strain of being able to know what you're able to do next, like as far as moving your legs and things like that. Like, it'll predict and it'll do it for you. That is insane. Crazy. It looks like something from the Terminator. From the Terminator. Oh my goodness. It actually looks like something from, like, this is what future technology looks like. It's crazy. It literally looks like one of those G.I. Joe type of robot things, you know. Definitely Terminator like. This is crazy. Wow.
Cow.
Good, perfekt.
Again, please. Die Funktion gefällt mir. Geil. Endlich mal schnell runter hier. Cow.
It's not science fiction. The walk-on F1 exoskeleton literally walks itself to the patient, wraps around their body, and helps them stand and walk independently. Look out, Iron Man. It's not science fiction. The walk-on F1 exoskeleton literally walks itself to the patient, wraps around their body, and helps them stand and walk independently. Look out, Iron Man.
That is definitely Iron Man like. Because Iron Man had his suit come to him when he was falling in midair. He was falling in there. Came to him, grabbed him, and boom. Wow. This tech, man, this tech is crazy. It's crazy.
Anybody want robot legs? Today I'm toying with the exoskeleton I wore to the world's largest tech show. I don't mean I tried it on. I walked the floors of Las Vegas putting this Hypershell to the test. It's one of the first exoskeletons for hikers rather than hospitals or assembly lines, and it's nothing fancy. No back support, no knee support, it just makes every step easier. The 5-pound package automatically analyzes my moves, then adds up to 1 horsepower of assist, enough to go long distance without breaking a sweat.
Wow.
The gait analysis is so good, I rode my bike no-handed when I got back to my house. Hypershell's not the only game in town. I also tried the $5,000 Skip Robotics Mogo pants, which support the whole knee and feel more powerful for climbing. Plus, they just look cool. But the $1,000 Hypershell Pro felt easier to use. I just hope both companies ditch their fanny pack batteries. wasn't very comfortable to sit in these Las Vegas cabs.
So, even though you have the machines, it's able to bend your joints in a way that you probably haven't done in a long time. So, it's pretty neat, I'm not gonna lie. It's cool.
In this box, I have the Hypershell X Ultra, an exoskeleton that's supposed to optimize human performance. No! Sprint, 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 sprint.
Takes everyday life and makes it more extreme. You're able to do more with less, and you know, having do it with less effort, and basically you're still getting your exercise. It's just the exoskeleton is doing most of the work for you, to where all you got to do is just think about with your brain, and also like just take tiny steps, or like you can even just wiggle your leg or wiggle your knee or something like that. Next thing you know, the exoskeleton is doing the work for you. That's impressive. That's impressive. I like that.
I can feel it. Trying to pick my legs up. Can you see my legs? That's not me doing this. That's the motor.
That's incredible. I'm not even tired there. That's mental.
In this box.
To jump and kick like Batman, I'm building exoskeleton legs, which I can also mount my bulletproof armor panels to. Now the initial prototype was promising, but these need to handle way more force. So I ditched the last tensioners for some tractor springs. Then I also ditched that aluminum frame for some high strength steel rods with full threading along the shaft. See, I want to be able to adjust how tight the spring is, and with this, I can easily increase that tension via these nuts. But the previous hinge couldn't handle this increased force, so I had to do a complete redesign to boost strength while also getting lower friction. But now that cable needs an upgrade, so say hello to some Kevlar, the same stuff used in bulletproof vests, which allows this cable here to handle 500 pounds of tension, which gets the system up and running. Now the hinge does have overextension protection, just like the last one, but I've got a lot more upgrades to continue to add into this, notably that the cable is quickly cutting through this lower armature. Then I've also got some designs started on the Exofoot, which will be a really great addition for that energy absorption, especially from high falls and landings. To jump and kick.
Can definitely use that for a weapon.
This is crazy. My legs are just moving. Today I'm gonna use the Hypershell, which is the first mass-produced exoskeleton. I'm gonna test those stairs, if you can see how steep they are. One time I will be running up without them, and one time with. And I will time them. Ready, go. I got this. I'm strong. 1 minute and 9 seconds. We're going down.
1 minute and 9
I'm
seconds.
trying it again. Okay, it's tight.
Already out of breath? Wow.
All right, let's do this. Wow. I can talk.
It makes a difference.
Didn't have to stop. 50 seconds. It's
50
20 seconds faster. This is awesome. And see, I can breathe. Without the Hypershell, I was so out of breath. My legs were burning. But now, with the Hypershell, I almost run completely up. And this is going to be a game changer for so many people. This is so cool. Can I use it every day now? That is nice. This is...
I'm about to go to the next level of strength, robotic strength. Oh my goodness. You could actually buy this thing. It's called the Hypershell Mountain Exoskeleton. And this is going to make walking, running,
skeleton.
lifting easier to do. That's the idea of an exoskeleton, a little bit of cyborg mode. Look at this. Look at this guy.
We're literally transforming ourselves into cyborgs with this stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy how effective they are and everything like that. It's absolutely nuts, and to be completely honest with you.
They actually want you to take it out hiking, so you're going up steeper inclines and you're carrying more gear and feeling less fatigue. That's what the battery units look like. You could keep some extras, travel with them. There's a user manual, a USB-C charge cable, and that's pretty much it. Hypershell Plus, this is the app. You don't need the app to I'm about to go to the next level of strength, robotic strength. Oh my goodness. You could actually buy this thing. It's called the Hypershell Mountain Exoskeleton. And this is going to make walking, running, lifting easier to do. That's the idea of an exoskeleton, a little bit of cyborg mode. Look at this. Look at this guy. They actually want you to take it out hiking, so you're going up steeper inclines and you're carrying more gear and feeling less fatigue. That's what the battery units look like. You could keep some extras, travel with them. There's a user manual, a USB-C charge cable, and that's pretty much it. Hypershell Plus, this is the app. You don't need the app to operate it, but it has some added functionality. Okay, so wearable instructions, learn how to adjust and fit the device properly, fully charge the battery before first use, ensure the battery is inserted firmly. Yes. I've got it adjusted for my hips, and then these pieces are going to attach to my thighs. So we got this control over here on the side, press it, and I am just gonna jump right into the hyper setting as well. Okay, we're on, I feel it right away. It's at a level 2 in eco mode. It's subtle. I don't care for subtle. I'm gonna switch to hyper mode. Whoa, that is accentuated, exaggerated. What? It's doing that action. Like, it looks like I'm doing that. It's doing that. That's not that helpful because I'm rolling.
That's amazing.
What am I doing? It's lifting my leg up. It's using the leverage on my hips to lift my legs. I bet you when I turn this off, I'm gonna feel so slow and useless. I'm turning it off. Oh, man. Oh my God. That's like when astronauts land and everything feels their limbs. Oh no. Oh no, that's what my body feels like. Oh, in real time, it's telling me how fast I'm traveling. 2.2 miles per hour, 2.4. 5.7. I have 90% battery, and that's good for 9.8 miles. Oh, and that's also at 100% power in hyper mode. I assume that would change if I was using eco mode. Transparent mode is nothing. It's brutal. My own legs are brutal. Fitness mode, this
some good exercise for you, man. Very good exercise, you know.
is an experimental feature. This is even worse than standard legs. It's like in a pool. It's like in water. That resistance is legitimate functional resistance. It's very hard for me to just put it in words. Like, it's kind of obviously a thing that you have to feel, and you're just watching a guy walk around and you're like, yeah, what's the big deal? That guy is walking. The true reference is when you turn it off. The sluggishness in your legs is indicative of how much of an enhancement existed. I'm about to go to the
I used my stimulus check to buy an exoskeleton. It's passive, so there's no motors or like electrical components. It's all spring powered. This is designed for carrying cameras. It's like a gimbal system, but it also just looks freaking cool. And I figure if I replace the springs, then I can actually use it to like lift things that are really heavy. I think right now it's designed to lift cameras that are like 30 pounds or so. The fit's still a little wonky, so I'm definitely gonna have to get used to it. I used my stimulus check. Here's a weird thing that I bought off the internet. It's a finger exoskeleton. It's got these springs at the joints so that it can give you super flicking powers. Just like, I don't know, like Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia. So let's go ahead and see what this passive exoskeleton super flicker does to this can. All right, here we go. Here's a weird thing that I bought off the internet. It's a finger...
And you're telling me you can't do that with just a regular finger? You gotta go all out, huh?
This is the Dinsis, an AI-powered exoskeleton that gives you super strength. It uses motors that learn your walking patterns and optimize them by reducing your load up to 38 kilograms, turning you into a superhuman that can run faster, climb higher, and walk with you. This is the Dinsis.
Alright, so been paralyzed the exact number of times that I've many years as I've been paralyzed. I just reached my 16-year mark, and she's been paralyzed 15 years. So we've been basically paralyzed around the same time. So see that the great part is that she's walking daily with the exoskeleton. I'm telling you, it's a lot of things that you can be able to accomplish by doing these things. It's so cool, so awesome, and just being able to be a shining light and just being able to have a machine that's able to help you feel like your normal self again. That's huge. That's very huge. So
2个。